Hi, welcome. And my name is DC Sterling. You're joining me from my house in the neighborhood of Streeterville in Chicago. Today, we're going to discuss a concept that can be applied to different areas of your life and can really make an impact. It's a little unconventional, maybe and not as traditional, but just hear me out with an open mind. Maybe get grounded where you are. Take a couple deep breaths with me. Breathe in, out. Breathe in, out. Breathe in, out. So, come here, baby. No. Okay, so today we are discussing the topic of whatever characteristics you see in me, whatever strengths, weaknesses, however you may view my personality. It's because I feel this way about myself. And it looks like you're seeing me. You're seeing this persona, this identity, which is me. But in reality, you're feeling what I feel about myself and you're making sense of your feelings. So you see me as this person and you give me this physical form and you give me this physical identity. And so you don't see me with your eyes, you feel me with your feelings, is what I'm trying to say. And then your mind creates an image, this persona, this body to make sense of that feeling. This is why you hear things like you attract what you are, or everything is a vibration, or you also hear that everything is an illusion. And so, for example, if you want, and the reason why in practical ways, how does this help you practically in your life? It could be many ways, but let's start with love. For example, let's say you want your partner to love you back, or you want somebody to love you. Instead of praying or wishing that they would love you or trying to talk sense into them, or instead of like trying to do actions for them to make them love you, the fastest, easiest way, because as you know, you can't control anyone, you can't control the way they feel, you can't make anybody feel any kind of way. So the easiest, most way that you have like a sense of control in your life is for you to feel love for you, for you to feel love for others, for you to feel that feeling of love. Because the way that you view yourself, the way that you feel internally is the way other people are going to love you or view you. So if you feel love internally, people are going to view you as love. The other way that this concept can help you, and we're also going to get into we're going to get into an exercise that you could do, as well as we're going to get into like some Q&As. um the the other way this could help you is, and you know, there's a lot of facts that back this up. Actually, let me have bring up my facts right here. So you don't see me with your eyes, you see me with your feelings. There's a science psychological concept called emotional cognition. And that means our brains have mirror neurons that fire when we observe someone else's emotions, causing us to feel what they are feeling. So your internal emotional state is contagious. That's what I'm saying. People, and that's why that saying of like fake it until you make it, it's helpful in the way of starting to take action, starting to be someone new, starting a new identity, because it's scary to start to be somebody new. So in that way it helps, but it won't keep you going. The way to keep going is by the emotion that you want other people to see in you. However you want other people to feel about you have to feel it about yourself. There's no faking that. And then our mind creates an image. So there's also science that backs that up too. This concept is called the looking glass self. It's a sociological theory that suggests states of our sense of self. Theory states our sense of self is a reflection of how we believe others perceive us. We project a feeling, perceive a reaction, and then solidify that persona as our identity. So we create these emotions based on what we are perceiving. So if you feel unworthy, you're going to perceive yourself as unworthy in the circumstance that you're in. And then you're going to feel unworthy. And then those people are going to see you as unworthy. And so when I was talking about how if you want someone to love you, the quickest, best way, the most sustainable, the most healthy, as well as the way that they will actually adore you is by feeling the love internally first. Science also backs that up, which is called self-perception theory. And it's by acting as if this is by acting as if you are a loving person, you change your own self-concept. This creates authentic changes in your micro expressions and body language, which others perceive as genuine and trustworthy. And so this is why if you want to have better relationships at work or in love or with your family or with tangible things like money or with your health, don't pursue that thing on its own. Pursue the relationship you have with yourself first. That's why changing the relationship you have with yourself will change every other single thing in your life by viewing yourself differently, by feeling that feeling that you want others to have about you. And so here is a practice what you could do. Let's see. So I try this yourself, okay? So, and you only need 2 minutes to do this. Choose a feeling that you want to feel. Pick one single way that you want to be perceived in your next interaction with someone um with low stakes involved. So for example, maybe you're going to meet a friend for coffee. Use that experience to try this practice. Think about what feeling you want that person to have about you when you go to coffee with them. Do you want them to view you as courageous or as genuine or as a leader or as a good friend? However you want to be felt by them, when you're around them, be that feeling, experience that feeling, hold yourself to that feeling, feel it in your body, and then let your body, your words, and your movement follow that feeling. It's gonna create a new identity for you, a new self-concept. And then just see how they feel after you leave that meeting with them, after you go home after coffee with them. Think back to how you feel in the way that you did that. And do you feel Like were you perceived the way that you wanted to be felt? So I prepared a couple answers for questions that you may have because I really want you to try this exercise and just try to be open to looking at life in this perspective a different way because it has made the most impact on me. It has allowed me to manifest my family and everything in my life. It allows me to work in a toxic work environment without needing to leave and without it affecting my soul. It allows me to continue to grow and evolve into this higher and higher version of myself. It allows me to have a great relationship with myself, with self-compassion. It has allowed me to not get knocked off track emotionally when things do not go the way I plan, or when maybe um I am not making the progress that I think that I should make. This concept allows me to feel comfortable in my own skin and my own body. It allows me to be authentic around every single person. It allows me to be a leader. So here are some Q&As. So are you saying that it's my fault? You might be asking, so are you saying it's my fault that I'm in a bad situation or that someone hurt me? And the answer is no. This is not about blame. This concept is not about putting the blame on anyone, whether it's you or someone else. It's about being in your power, being in your sovereign power as a powerful human that you are, as a powerful creator that you are. It's about owning your power and standing strong and solid in your power. It's not about condemning one behavior or another behavior. It's about taking back control of your own emotional state. And then their behavior, no matter what it is, no longer could destroy you, or you're no longer a puppet to somebody else's actions or words towards you. The next question is this just a toxic positivity? Is this just toxic positivity? And should I ignore my problems? Absolutely not. This is the exact opposite. Oh, wow. Hey, Meta, film. You are not ignoring the problem. You are changing the tool that you use to solve it. Up until this point, you've always used external tools like they need to change, the company needs to change, my boyfriend needs to do this, my husband needs to do that. You are now turning from external tools to internal tools. Instead of fighting an external fire with your bare hands, you are going to the source, your internal state, to turn on the sprinkler system. You acknowledge the problem is real, but you choose to engage it with it from a place of power and not from a place of reaction. This is the whole video that we're talking about today. Hey, Meta, stop filming.
Papa,
And yes, baby,
Papa.
Papa. And the third question that you may have is, how long does this take? I've been trying this and nothing's changed. This obviously is not you do it once and it fix all your problems. This is a practice because it's a new identity for you. And it's an identity, honestly, that's not very common. It's not talked about in schools. Most parents don't talk about it. And so it's going to feel weird. And probably the people around you will not be doing it. But that's okay because you are powerful enough and brave enough and capable enough to try this new behavior in front of people that don't understand it or that might not do it. Okay, so we answered some questions. By the way, when you when you practice feeling the feeling that you want someone to perceive you as. So if you want someone to love you, love yourself, feel that feeling of loving yourself, hold it in your chest, hold it in your body, move from that place and try to do it for 2 minutes. Okay, so what we discussed today is that you really cannot get anybody to do anything or feel any kind of way. You can't get a company, a person, a kid, a husband, a dog, nothing to change their behavior for you. However, you are so powerful that you can change your experience and your reality with them by feeling the feelings that you want to feel first. And then that way, others, like I said earlier, it's contagious. Your feeling about yourself is contagious. If you want customized help with this, I'm offering you a free, it's nothing's free, right? So I'm offering you a gifted coaching session for 60 minutes, and we will set you up on a customized plan for you to be able to do this in a very challenging part of your life because it works with all parts of your life. It works with all problems. So there is no topic off limits. There are no strings attached. Even if you wanted to pay me, you couldn't. I'm here to just offer you a gifted coaching session for you to see the power of this tool. And if you liked this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and share it with someone that you feel like overreacts emotionally or where people's reaction or judgment affects them a little too much. If they are not quite feeling steady in their own presence because they are concerned about what other people think of them, this is the fastest tool to finally get rid of that disease. I'm going to call it a disease because it is. It's preventing so many people from just living their life and doing what they want in their life and loving themselves fully. And also, you never know who might need to hear this today. Thank you so much. My name is DC Sterling. Thank you for joining me. And that was my son, Henry. He was supposed to be taking a nap. That's Mr. Henry Sterling. And until next time, bye.